Hi everybody, welcome to Live with Prima. I'm Tiffany and I'm going to be creating this layout. First, there's a couple announcements. Next show is Frank and he'll be creating an altered box September 1st at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And if you are on social media like Instagram, follow Prima Marketing Inc. for all the news and giveaways and inspiration and all that fun stuff. And just want to say hi and thank you again, everybody. Hi, Deb. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. Hi, Baron Pink. Okay, so this is the layout. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to switch my camera so that I'm scrapbooking not upside down. Okay, so I used 2 paper pads, the A4 Debutante paper pad and the Garden Fable A4 paper pad. And I already tore out all the sheets. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. Sorry, it's my air kicking on. And the Debutante, I forget that there's a lag, so I'm like, why isn't anybody, it's kind of hard to follow along with the chat. Okay, so you're gonna need a white 12 by 12 cardstock, and like I said, I already tore out all the papers. So we're gonna start working on this part of the layout first, the middle part of the layout. So because I use the crackle medium, and to let it dry as much air drying as possible. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, and I first use the clear gesso. And using Finnabar's paintbrush. This is the 3/4 brush. And I'm just gonna randomly brush it on. Just like this. I'm not really worried if it doesn't get anywhere, like different places, because I like the inconsistency of the ink and the different mediums. So that's that. And you know what, while I do that, I'm actually going to do these papers. So like I said, this is the A4 stack. So you're going to take the full sheet of this one, and then you're going to take another sheet of this one and cut it basically in half if you can. I'm kind of horrible at measuring, so it's almost half anyways. So I'm just going to apply some clear gesso on these 2 as well. Like I said, I'm not really worried about it being perfectly evenly on there. So I'm going to set these to dry over here. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the modeling paste And this stencil here, the number is 960179. Sorry, I haven't been saying the numbers. Modeling paste number is 961411. And I had my tool here. There it is. Okay. And just kind of randomly, not very precise with anything that I do ever really, so just get it all over the page. You can do as much or as little as you want. I'm going to do a little bit more on this one than I did the last one. Okay, and I'm actually going to do them kind of together, I guess. So on these pages, you want to work on the outside of the papers because you can see here, you don't really need to work on, you know, really worry about the whole paper because you're only going to see, you know, the outer half of the paper. So again, I applied clear gesso, and then now I'm applying the modeling paste. I think, let's see, yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna set these aside. I'm done with the stencil. I'm gonna throw that to the side. And all right, I'm gonna use my heat tools. So if anybody doesn't like the sound, just letting you know to turn your sound down if you need to. I'm not sure if you can hear me over the heat tool, but I'm just drying it real fast. Okay, next we're going to take the clear crackle. And let me see if this is dry. A little bit. Sorry guys. Okay, you can hear me when the heat tool's on? Okay. Didn't know, because it is loud. And I love this paper. Okay, and I forgot a step, of course. Okay, I did use the Debutante 4x6 journal note cards, and let me see which one I want to use. I think I used pink. I think the light light pink. So I'm just gonna tear it kind of not straight and kind of offset them. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to do this first before I did all the, actually, I'm gonna do it this way, and then like this. Okay, I'm gonna take that clear gesso again. I'm not gonna worry about doing the, it's hot in here in Nevada, can you tell? It's like making everything soupy. Okay, not gonna worry about doing the modeling paste again. Okay, give that a second to dry. So does anybody have anything that you have to scrapbook with? Like mine is, I cannot scrapbook without coffee and watching shows like Netflix or something like that. Okay, it's pretty much dry. Maybe. Okay, now we're going to take the clear crackle, and you can scrape it on or brush it on. I do both. It works well both ways, so I'm almost out of this clear crackle. The number is 961541. And again, I'm not really picky about where I put it. It's just when I use the sprays, it's gonna look really cool in the crackles, the crackle crevices, I guess. Okay, and some parts I leave a little thicker, and some, when you do it thin, it's gonna do really small, really tiny crackles. It's hard to see in on the layout, but in person, if you've used it before, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't have it, you should have it because it's a wonderful product. Okay, and that's that. And I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to work on my outer pages. So I'm just gonna hit these with the heat tool real quick. Hi everybody, if you're just joining. No, thick, well, I guess it kind of depends because I've seen it go both ways. When I put it thick, it's a little bit, if you layer it thin, it's tiny cracks. So I don't confuse myself when I'm talking, because I'm confusing myself in my head. Yes, Carrie, that's right. Okay. Now I'm going to actually, so on here you could see that I kind of tore the edges. Whoops. Whoa, sorry. So I'm going to tear the edges just a little bit on the outside. And I like this because then you can roll it a little bit, and then it just gives a little bit more distressed look instead of the straight lines, you know. And that's gonna go this way. So Scorpio girl, you like iced tea? Yes, Carrie. I don't mind heat setting it, but if you let it set naturally, air dry, then it's way better. So I'm just curling up the edges a little bit. I keep looking at the camera up here because that's when I record my YouTube videos. It flips out so I could see. So I keep forgetting to look to make sure I'm in camera. So just curling it just a little bit. Okay. Now, before I do the stamping, I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to take the distress tool, and I don't have the number for this, and distress the tops, just the tops, because this part is going to tuck underneath the other layer of paper. And if you don't have this tool, you need to get it. I love it. I use it all the time. Okay. And I'm using the Garden Fable stamp set. I love these stamps. The number is it has the long number. Oh, 579135, I believe. Okay. And I use both this one and this one. And I don't use a block. So my StazOn is right here. And I'm using StazOn ink because I'm going to be adding the sprays and you don't want it to run or anything. So I'm going to just stamp kind of just down this way. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it's if it doesn't show up all the way. I'm gonna alternate these. So down here. And I do things backwards a lot of times. I should have done the stamping first, but I didn't, so not getting a very good image. Okay. I'm actually going to do this way, this one. Okay, and then I'm gonna add one of these. Let's see, right here. And here. Looks kind of like a mess right there, but okay. Put these back or I'll lose them. See, I don't even know how they went. Okay. Okay, maybe I won't put it back. Okay, next we are going to use the sprays. And the sprays I'm going to use are Peony, and the number is 573904. And Boysenberry, and the number for that is 580278. And Tea Stain, and the number for that is 573836. And also Berry Wine, and the number for that is 580308. And can't remember, because the Boysenberry, and I think this one's, the Boysenberry is more bright, and then the Berry Wine is a little bit deeper purple, I believe. Okay, so for this I'm going to use water, and you're just going to spray the water on. Let's see, I'm going to use, let's do the lighter one first. It's getting low, so, and then just let it drip. I'm working both papers so that hopefully they dry. Okay, I'm just gonna hit it with my heat tool real quick. See, and you could probably tell I used more clear gesso on this side than this side, because this one is I lost my train of thought here. Not mixing better, but you know what I mean. It's not seeping in the paper as fast. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to hit it with some more water, and we're going to use the Boysenberry. And for this, I'm actually going to take it off, and then just kind of randomly put it on the paper here. And hit it with some more water. Isn't that a fun color? I was kind of scared of the color at first, but it's really, really pretty. And we're just going to have it drip. I'm actually going to use the Berry Wine and spray a little bit there. Kind of got to be careful with these darker colors. Whoops, lost you guys. Okay, any questions? No, I'm kind of going fast. So is anybody going to Art Venture in Canada? I'm gonna dab a little bit off and then kind of use the excess that's on here to kind of fill in the other spaces that don't have any ink. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside and work on this one now. Some more water. And this one. Oh, there, thank you, Carrie, for the numbers on the paper stacks. I forgot. I'm just gonna heat it a little bit here. I've never been to a crop or anything, and there's I live about 45 minutes to an hour out from Vegas, so I'm hoping to get some of the Vegas people, and I know there's a couple in St. George, Utah as well, so hopefully soon I can plan something, because I think it would be super fun. So if you're in Vegas area or St. George area, I'm right in the middle of both, so there's a lot of crafters here in my town. I just haven't gotten together with them yet, and I should. I don't know if I do much crafting if I was with friends. So that's why I don't really do it or have done it. I think I used a lot more ink on these papers than I did the first one, but it's all right. Okay, I'm gonna dab this off like I did the other one. Add a little bit of water to this and then get a little bit more color to the outside of this paper. Okay, gonna let those dry. Okay, and then we're going to come back to this one, and I think I'm gonna have to heat set it. So I'm heat setting the clear crackle that I put on earlier. so that the crackles end up showing, and then all the ink goes in the crevices and all that good stuff. I try not to put it on too thick for the show so that it wouldn't take too long to dry. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more glue to these papers. And I want to welcome everybody that's joining us. Hi Scarlett, and Deb, and Barbara, and Janelle, and everybody. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing as we did on the other papers. And I'm going to use lighter colors and not so much of the, which one was it? The berry wine. And you want to shake these up really good so that you can hear that ball bouncing around in there. That's when you know all the shimmer is throughout the spray. So I'm going to spray it with water again, and this just helps it spread a little bit easier and more like a almost like a watercolor effect, but not quite. So I'm going to use my heat gun again. Sorry guys. And this was the tea stain that I used. And I used, I sprayed it like halfway, so it wasn't fully spraying. And I'm not too worried about the edges because in the layout I tear the edges and I curl it up a lot, so that's why I'm not really worried about the edges right now. So I'm gonna go in with the peony color. It's a really pretty pink. So I'm just letting it drip down, do its thing. Any questions? And with the heat tool, you can kind of guide, if it's like a big pool of the ink, the spray, you can kind of guide it to where you want it to go. Or you can blotch it off like this. Okay. Oh, sorry, my leg, I had my legs crossed in my chair and it was going, my foot was going down. So I'm going to use the boysenberry and the water. So I'm going to spray again the water. And I have used a lot of water and inks and mediums on this paper, and Prima paper takes it like a champ because it's not falling apart. It's perfect. And this is the boysenberry. I don't know if I said that already. Okay. Spraying the water. Love this pink. Okay, I'm actually gonna dab some off. We use a little bit of the berry wine, but not much. Hi, Helena. And anybody else that's just joining us, if I missed you, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna heat set this. So how was everybody's summer? If you're where it's summertime, or winter if you're where it's winter time. How's everybody doing, I guess I should ask. Okay, you guys are making me really, really hungry. I haven't eaten dinner. Just had coffee. I made some guacamole in the molcajete. I hope I'm saying that right. And I had probably, well, a lot by myself. So that's all I've had today. Okay, so I'm going to take the stamps again and I'm going to randomly stamp again. I'm actually going to use hydrangea, and while I was looking through my inks, I found this sweet pea. I'm not sure. Yeah, it goes. So we'll be using both of those. So this one's a sweet pea. And kind of just randomly stamping and alternating between the inks and the stamps to create a really nice background. And these inks are so juicy, you can get two stamps out of them. Like, you could stamp twice. Man, sometimes I cannot talk, huh? Okay, and then now I'm going to use the Stays On. ink, just a few different places. There we go. This was so fun to create. I'm trying to venture and use more color. I get stuck on color combos for a while. So before it was blue, now it's like pinks and purples, and so I don't know if anybody else is like that. Okay. So I'm gonna heat set this one more time to make sure it's pretty dry. Okay, now I'm going to tear the edge of this, again, really close to, I mean, you don't want to tear it a lot, just a little bit off the edge. Just like this. Pretty wet. And you want to do this when it's pretty dry, because right now I'm kind of having a hard time tearing it. Hello everybody that's joining us, if you're just now joining us. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, there's my water, take the water, spray it once again, and kind of fold it and roll it back. And I'm pinching it together, if that makes sense. I'm grabbing the edge and then kind of pinching it so it kind of just pulls in together and crumbles and crumbles. You can roll some back and however you want to do it. And then I'm going to do the other side here. So just pinching the edges and just kind of crumbling it and all together. And I'm going to use my heat tool for this right here. I want to be careful doing this and using the heat tool while you're doing this so you don't burn your fingers. Yeah, sorry, I forgot which side was, which way was up. Okay, now I'm going to distress the top again. have this one with the distress tool. I think we're ready to do the fun part and add the picture and the flowers. Okay, I'm gonna take these, redo my curling of the edges here because I got it too wet this time. And these ones. Sorry, I'm using my heat tool so much. I know some people can't stand it. Okay. Okay, and these, I already did these. So this is from the Garden Fable collection. And I did these beforehand just because, I mean, basically it's the same technique as this one here. So I didn't want to bore you guys with a lot of water and heat tool action and all that jazz. So assembly is, this one I didn't do anything to. This is just paper and then I curled the edges and then, where's my glue? There we go. I'm going to add glue to the edge of this one and the edge of this one. But first, I need to distress the edges of this one on the top. And I'm going to flip it around and then as close as you can get it together, and it's going to match up lengthwise for the most part, unless you do like a lot of distressing on the edges on the bottom and the top, but it should match up pretty well because it's I didn't cut it or anything. So make sure that's adhered nice. And again, I love this side of the paper too. The new collections are just gorgeous. Oh, let me get into this one. And this paper is from the Garden Fable collection. Don't remember if I said that or not. And again, I do things backwards, so I'll add the glue, distress the edge. Okay. Same thing. Line it up fairly close. And I think this one I'm going to try to scooch a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then I need to actually see. So this is how I did this part to make sure, because on the A4 stack, if you're using it to do a 12 by 12 layout, it actually gives a nice border on the top and the bottom. So I want to kind of mimic that on the sides. So I'm gonna kind of line it up as best as I can. I got the other one crooked, so we'll see how I do on this one. It doesn't have to be perfect. unless you want it to be. But I don't really measure or anything, so nothing of mine is ever really perfect. Okay, and so I'm going to glue these down, and then trying to get the top and the bottom the same. Okay. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Okay. If anybody's just joining, welcome. Okay, then same thing. Line it up close to the edge. There we go. Okay, then you don't have to worry about, I used a lot of ink on this one. See, this one I didn't use as much, so that's okay. Still pretty. My daughter's gonna love it. It's funny because when I was getting ready, taking everything out, she says, Mama, I want to do a class too, and everybody's gonna love my project more than yours because mine has ribbon. She's 4, so she's pretty funny. I just thought it was funny. Like, way to boost my confidence. Okay. Okay, and I might use a little bit of gesso here to kind of tone it down a little bit because I used a lot. Okay. Next, we're going to take the, let me find it. This frame here, it comes with 2. I took that little one out. Number is 892104. And I'm going to use the hydrangea again and just lightly tap it around. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I used so much ink. And then I'm going to rub it with my fingers like this, just so it's not so white. And then I turned it to its side like this, and let's see, almost in the middle. So I'm gonna add that. These are my favorite frames. Love them. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna wait to add the picture, only because, well, I could do it now. Okay, let's find another. This is the 4x6 journaling note cards from the Debutante, and I think I might use another lighter pink, or maybe this cream. I think I'll use this side of it actually. So I'm gonna get my paper cutter. Give me 1 second. And okay, I'm gonna take my photo. Even though I know it's like a 2x3, I don't measure. You probably can't see me. So what I do is I just push my fingernail so I know where to cut. Even though I know it's 2x3, I don't know. It's just how I've done it forever. And I don't measure, so, and let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go over a little bit, sorry. In time, okay. Put my paper trimmer back. And I'm gonna distress this paper. This is gonna, it's like a photo mat for my picture. So, okay, I'm gonna put it there. And let me get some cardboard, some chipboard, maybe. That's what happens when you kind of share a room with your 4-year-old daughter. She remembered now that the other day she had my chipboard, my package of chipboard. So I'm just gonna glue it on like that. Okay, maybe. Let's see here. So she has like a little table. Oops, sorry. She has like a little table in here where she crafts and all that stuff with me. But I'm going to use some heavy gesso because the white or the pink is just way much for me right this second. So I'm dry brushing it. So it just tones it down just a bit. And again, this is another one of Finnabar's brushes. Okay. Okay, now we're going to the flowers. This one is from the Royal Menagerie. It's a Helena. And again, I apologize for going over in time. Okay, we're gonna fluff it up just a little bit here. And that one's gonna go here. I'm just gonna kind of place them around. This one is from the Royal Menagerie, Elizabeth. And it's 583309. And I used the little one. This one here. And then I love these ones because these ones have gesso. Well, it looks like they have gesso on them already, like dry brushed on. This one is Labelle Cerise, 565879, and I used this one and this is definitely a lot of pink. So, and then also these ones. I'm gonna use this one, this little purple one here. And then these are Avant Berry. The number is 566616. And then I also used one of these as well, the lighter color. And I used this trim here. It is Magnolia, and the number is 583026. Okay. And I used the peony color. Just gonna spray it real quick. Lay this side. And this is, oh, I did say the peony color, yes. Okay. And the trim takes the color really well. And again, with everything, I'm not really precise. So I'm gonna let those dry real quick. Okay, let me see. I remember how I did this here. I think I used this one here. So that one there. I'm gonna use my hot glue gun. Maybe it's wrapped around my keyboard. So that there. This one here. Just kind of tucking them under. And if you don't really know how you want to place them, I would suggest using what's the one I was using? This the Fabri-Tac, because then you can play around with them a little bit. And I use these little ones here. They're so cute. And I need some scissors. There, that one there. And then I'm gonna take, and I cut these in half because you're only gonna see half of it. So don't like to waste anything. I'm just gonna tuck this in like that. And let's see. Go work on the bottom part. And I'm gonna use another one of these little flowers here. I'm gonna use this one. Kind of tucking them and putting them on top of each other, and there we go. And then this one there. And put that one under there. If you're not confident, like I said before, with how you do your flower clusters, I would use Fabri-Tac or something that you can have a little bit of time to play around with them a little bit. I normally use Fabri-Tac, but because I can have a reference on where I wanted them, I'm using hot glue. So just tucking the fabric or the crocheted flowers in behind the other flowers. And this doesn't look close to my other one. Well, it looks close, but the other one's a lot lighter. Okay, and then I think that's all the flowers. Let's see, I think I used a couple more little ones. And then we're almost finished. Let me put that one there. Let's see. I want to use another one, so I'm just gonna put it there. Okay. Next, gonna add my photo. Oops. Try not to get ink on the picture. Okay. And then I took a sentiment from the Debutante Chipboards and More. And this is 579067. And I don't undo like the staples. I just kind of grab them out like this. And then, let's see. What I want to use here. I think I'm going to use this one, the Cherish. I'm going to put those right there instead of stuffing them back in the box. And I'm gonna take off the back here, and I add more glue to the back. And I just add that right there. Even though it's covering her a little bit, that's okay. I'm gonna take it over just a little bit. And lastly, I use the Seiden Crystals. This one is 560652. And then I just tuck a few of these. There's like these really cute little flowers. Oops. Just randomly put them places. So put that one there, and okay, the glue came off of this one, so add a little bit more glue and put that one there. And then I used a few brads from the Debutante collection, and the number is 579302. So I just take them out, and then I do actually break off the ends. Good night. I know, I'm sorry, I'm going over. Okay. And then again, I'm just gonna randomly place them, just to add a little bit of sparkle on the layout. And again, the one that I made originally is doesn't have as much inking, so went a little bit spray happy. Then this one is gonna go up here. Just like that. So this is the one This is my original one. So you could see that I went a little bit happy with the spray tonight. So that's it. Any questions? I want to thank everybody for coming, and I really appreciate you guys coming and watching and chatting. I hope I said hi to everybody. So again, this is the one that I originally did. It's a lot softer in color. So I think my daughter will really like this one. So I'll have to frame it and put it in her room, but I'm gonna keep this one. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.